What's up? Bummer.
Hello. I'm unable to answer your call right now. Please leave your name, number, and message after the tone.
Hey Parvati, it's DTM. I just wanted to call you to see if we could make a video or something. Call me whenever you get a chance and continue to email me. I just have a good opportunity now for once in my life to sit down with you for a few minutes, but let's keep trying to do this thing. I'd really like to make a video for you because we could really address detoxification issues and nail this one out of the park, because people got to find out that, you know. Anyways, sweetheart, you're a priority to me, and I want to talk to you as soon as possible. So, keep on top of me, Parvati, and I will talk to you as soon as possible, and we'll get a camera on and we'll address this thing, okay? In fact, maybe I'll just do a video right now, and I'll put it as far as, yeah, I'll dedicate it to you, okay, Parvati, and I'm sure you'll see it, because you're a crackhead. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've said that. Parvati, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Okay, yo, I guess we'll address this thing. My friend Parvati, she's been a friend of mine for a long time. We did a juice fast together. She's really been taking it to the next level on the raw food. So what happens when you take it to the next level on the raw foods is you begin to use those, you know, I've always talked about alkaline acid. Acid is really bound up and tight, burning, inflamed, coagulated, anionic tissue where you eat a lot of cheese and bread and things like that, and they go through the tube and they go through they're absorbed into through the small intestine, and then they float around in the blood, and then they get caught up in the lymphatic system because they don't really belong in the body, and then the lymphatic system becomes coagulated and clogged up, and the kidneys get too much meat, too many acids, too many grains, the kidneys clog up, and then that creates just an overall clogging of the system. Remember, white sugar is acid, meat has got the acid forming, the bread is acid forming. Most foods are acid forming except the masses of fruits and vegetables. Humans eat too much acid forming food, and that creates an anionic, what I call acidic condition. So my friend Parvati, she is, you know, she's hitting the fruit hard, right? So she's hitting it sounds like she's hitting the watermelon and the cherries, which are two of my favorite foods too. So I know she's a smart person. But she's loosening up and alkalinizing those anionic fluids, the lymph. And she's having some major head-busting headaches, okay? The number one thing I would suggest to you, Parvati, straight off the bat, is stick a tube of water up your butt and take an enema or a colonic, better yet. I have seen many headaches disappear within 20 minutes, not only within myself, but many of the people that I've worked with closely. I said, well, you know, they're like, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, then you just have to deal with your headache or go take some medication. And obviously, as people who are interested in cellular health, we're not going to put isolated chemical laboratory constituents that are not in nature into our bodies if we want to maximize optimum cell function. So we're going to try to I've avoided medications for 15 years. And I haven't taken any pills except maybe some enzymes or some herbs, so things like that. But as far as going to an allopathic doctor and taking isolated chemicals designed in the laboratory, I have been able to avoid that for 15 years. Now, how do I do it? Well, with this alkalization detoxification process. So that's the number one thing for headaches for everybody, because you've got this pressure, this clogging of the kidneys. Again, if the kidneys aren't filtering, where is all the debris going to go? It should just be coming right out the urine, the sediment of life. You're living life, your kidneys are good, they're flushing out everything, you're staying relatively healthy, you age you know, everybody ages, but if your kidneys are backed up, you're aging more rapidly, okay? Because there's nowhere for the debris to go. There's nowhere for the acid sediment, acid crystals to go. So they get in the joints, they get trapped in the head, they get trapped in the blood vessels, they get caught up in the sticky lymphatic system. And then you've got interstitial lymphatic constipation. I quote my, oh man, here's my accountant. Crap. That was a great video too. I'm going to call him back. Although it's important. Been waiting for him to call forever. Anyways, this might be a mistake missing this. Oh well, but I want to do this video real quick. You've got to, what was happening here is that you're going to alkalize the tissues with green juices and fruits, and it's summertime, and that's going to be happening to a lot of people. And I've been getting a lot of people calling me saying, this sucks, what's going on? Not everyone understands detoxification. So what's going to happen is that you're going to loosen up a lifetime of acid waste, and you're going to experience the paying of your debt to nature. Because a lot of the foods, in fact, most of the foods humans eat, I don't consider food at this time in my journey. Now, you can put anything in your mouth, and a lot of it's stimulating, and most of it does come out your behind. But when you get to a really high level, of sensitivity, like I just focus on the body. That's what I'm here to do. That's what interests me. Not everyone is going to do that. There's a million paths to God, and that's just what I do. If you focus on the navel, you'll understand the workings of the body. That just happens to be my area of interest in this life and expertise as well. So I've thought about this, go to bed every night for many, many years and eating this raw food many, many years, studying detox. So I've got a little bit of an idea of what's going on. And basically you're going to go through some crap. And with this situation with Parvati, I think her thing was sugar, white sugar. There's a big difference between fruit sugar and white sugar. They like to lump it all together. And the fruit phobes, I don't know how they do it, because I sure as heck wouldn't want to live without fruit. It works great for me, but I do stay clean, low fat. Even when I wasn't low fat, I could still eat a lot of fruit, but it does digest better. You feel a lot better when your blood is clean from activity and oxygen, and you get a lot of good fruit. Okay, so in other words, the detoxification reactions, and I'll let you go with this. There can be mucus coming out the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, behind, vagina. How about that? And even men can see it sometimes come out their little willy. And so there's going to be mucus. You're dissolving sediment. It's got to come out somewhere. It depends on where you're clogged up at. If your kidneys are functioning great, which is really rare, then it's going to come out the urine, and you're going to, you do a juice fast, or even do a water fast for 36 hours and look at your urine, and you'll be like, oh my God, there's a lot of sediment in there. And there always will be, especially when you start this path of detoxification. So there can be headaches. There can be strange smells, things start oozing out your armpits, where your lymph nodes might be so bound up that the lymph is just popping out in all in the areas of your, where you have lymph nodes. Weird stuff starts oozing out, green stuff, brown stuff. I mean, your breath can get bad. It can taste, your mouth can taste like metal. Headaches are, again, very common. Go clean out your booty and release some of that pressure, but don't put any more of that pressure on there. What you're going to find is that you're going to alkalize. You're going to be like, what is going on here? Like one lady gained 10 pounds on a raw food, fruit, and vegetable diet. Well, that's because there's so many acids from all the medications that the body was holding water. See? And so the body's going to hold all those acids that are being loosened up through the alkalinity in a solution of water as a last case scenario, as an inability to get rid of it because the kidneys are so backed up from so much meat and starchy processed carbohydrates. The best foods for human beings are the tender leafy green herbs and the tree ripened and vine ripened fruits and vegetables. They don't clog up the body the way that these other heavier, high sediment, acid forming, acid crystallizing, leaving that stuff behind in your joints, because there's nowhere for it to go when the kidneys aren't flowing. That's why I recommend high fruits, high vegetables, man, as a diet for human beings, going back to the tropics where we originally came from. If we came up here and came north and we're freezing our butts off and we had to eat some dead animals to survive, all hail the dead animals at that time. And still some people have to do it. I can stay raw anywhere because I got mad skills. I know how to use the nuts, the fats, the gourds, the squashes, and warm waters and things like that to stay raw in the wintertime. Not that I'm always 100% raw every winter, but 98% basically. I don't try to be perfect, and I try to give everyone a lot of leeway, but detoxification is going to be nasty. You're going to feel things that you were so high on from the alcohol, the drugs, the caffeine, the cigarettes, the sugar, the fat, that you didn't even really notice your body. And now you're watching videos and you're studying raw foods, detoxification, and health, and you're doing some of these processes, whatever it is, wherever you're at in the game, and you're starting to see stuff you didn't see before. So there's not only physical detoxification reactions, there's emotional detoxification reactions, and there's physical detoxification reactions, and there's mental detoxification reactions. So don't be surprised. It's almost always a detoxification reaction because fruits and vegetables don't make you sick. You can probably get sick, and you have to go slow as well. When you're someone who's really overweight or really clogged up or has taken a lot of medications, it's not recommended to go on a 100% fruit diet. Some people can, or a 100% juice diet. The juice is more benign than the fruits. The fruits will loosen stuff up so fast, and if the kidneys aren't flowing, you'll put on weight, and you'll be like, I'm on raw foods, I'm supposed to lose weight, but that's because you have to understand how the body works. And there's so many acid wastes in every human being, there's nothing we can do to avoid it, so we shouldn't judge each other or hate. We should just support. I try to be supportive, educational, edutainment. See, little things like that. They go, oh, he's got such a personality. But anyways, this stuff is real. It's cool, man. I'm in the middle of it myself. I've gotten to very deep levels. We're talking about old school stuff, okay? Where I did a lot of partying, is what I'm saying. And believe me, if you think that you're just going to go raw food for a few weeks and all your stuff's going to go away, you don't know how cellular regeneration works. You don't know the genetic expression, how it needs to all be reversed, strengthened, and energized. And the possibilities, we don't even know what those are yet. But you have to detoxify first. Then you can work on that regeneration. And the best forms of detoxification are the raw foods, of course, the master cleanse, juice feasting, mono fruit dieting, and then of course the top echelons when you want to really get down to business and eliminate the old dead cells that are damaged. Water fasting is the ultimate. Most people can get a very, very long way with the foods and the juices and the master cleanses and things like that. But there comes a time when in order to dig deeper, you're going to have to pull out a glass of water and disappear for a while and get into your bed and get warm and surrender. And the ooze and the pus and the pain and the inflammation is going to be there. You're going to experience some discomfort because the payment of your debt to nature will be a challenge for you. And there's no doubt about that. So keep going on the raw. Keep detoxifying. Keep energizing. Keep alkalizing. Break that plaque loose that's keeping oxygen from getting to your cells. That's keeping the sugars from getting to those deeply embedded places, which is making your hair fall out and your teeth get weak and your skin all sallow and white and pasty. And get that fresh, colorized, energized, alkalized, hydrated blood to the deep parts of your being and through all out so you have nice skin, nice color. I'm doing pretty well, but I've got some deep issues. I just want everyone to know that I don't think I'm perfect and have all the answers. I'm just working. And I've been able to inspire you because I'm working. Most people, they're already there, whatever. I get all these weird comments. You don't even spirituality has nothing to do with food and all that stuff or whatever. Fine, that's great. Not your spirituality, but mine does. My path does. It's all one. The food you eat, the heart you have and your love, dyslexic, and the thoughts you have in your mind. What are you saying to yourself? So this is detox from the body, detoxing the heart, detoxing the mind for the full spiritual illumination. Parvati, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people know what I'm talking about. It doesn't even need to happen in this lifetime. You just got to be doing that awareness. You got to be being the awareness of the awakeningness. So wake up and pay attention and be what you are. Because when you stop and you meditate, you observe the mind. Well, what's observing the mind? You see, the witness and observer is observing the mind. Next, then you say to yourself, well, wait a minute. If the witness observer is witnessing the mind, then what is it that's witnessing the witness? And that's right, pure consciousness. And that's your best friend. And that's your holy light. And that's the light of God. And that's what we're all going for. Whether you're consciously aware of that or not, the light in you is searching for itself through you. And it wants to be complete. And if you've heard about this and you've read about this and these seeds have been planted on your heart, you ain't going to take anything else. You know what I'm saying? The titillations of this world, they're just not going to be enough if you're that type of soul. So I recommend getting on it, detoxifying yourself. It's not all about food, but it's a very helpful path. When you take out the stimulating foods and you sit there with what you are, and you sit there and you learn to cultivate your energy and release the obstructions consciously, to consciously sit there as the unconscious unravels. It's very hard to explain it. It's impossible to explain. And I'm not even very experienced, but these things I just sort of end up channeling this type of information. Not from the other side of anywhere, but just from my deepest self as an intention to be of service. Someone's got to talk about this stuff. And I enjoy it, so I'm going to do that. And that's just that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have all the answers. I don't have any answers. I don't know anything. I'm not interested in knowing anything. All I want to do is wake up in the morning and be of service. I pray every day and every night. And so that's all I can say to you. You know, do I have unlimited clinical experience? Not really, but do I have tens of thousands of people's lives have improved from this little suggestions here I make? I have nothing to prove. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just tapping in and letting it flow. So this was a little longer than I wanted. I got to go pick up Sophia, and I'll be, so hopefully there was some cool information for you. In other words, whatever is going on, as you alkalize and detoxify your body, whatever it is, now of course, work with your doctor or work with your healers or, you know what I'm saying? Be smart. Don't try to do it all and don't try to totally heal your whole body in 6 months. Although you can, the accelerated path, but you gotta have courage basically. And you just can't be afraid. It's the fear that's really killing you anyways. So it's really, that's the key to the whole thing, is replace fear with love. And don't be afraid to do what you got to do. Go slow and steady, and if you're hurting real bad and you're out of balance, steam up some veggies or whatever. Just don't go all the way back to pizza or burgers. Just steam up some veggies, a little bit of quinoa, whatever, a little bit of Bragg's. Mellow out, put on the brakes a little bit, get your composure, take a couple colonics, get a massage, take a nap, take the weekend off, ask your mom if she'll take the kids for the weekend and get some rest, get a massage, and then get stabilized, and then hit it again with the watermelons, the grapes, the cherries, the green juice, the cucumbers, the salads, high energy raw foods to alkalinize the fluids, to break up the junk, and as the junk is being released, physically, headaches, stomach aches, kidney pains, leg pains, all of it. It's all going to be there. Lots of stuff. Learn about detox. You're going to be feeling fear in your heart, because the fear of all the things that go with human are going to arise. You're going to be sitting there going, holy crap, I never saw this fear before. And it's going to be right there. And you're going to have to feel it. You can go get pizza, cheeseburgers, smoke some weed, have some cigarettes, drink some coffee, go have sex, watch some porn, watch a movie, or distract yourself. Or you can just lay there and go, wow, I got to remember what the Life Regenerator said. Because this is the number one thing that I've ever done with my life, was decide to learn how to sit there with discomfort and just sit there and sort of be non-attached to the feelings and just go, oh, it's cool, it's just a passing thing. I'm not going to respond or react to it in a negative way, like go get high or something like that, like I did most of my life. I had to learn, and that's the only way I could get sober, is I got to get with this discomfort and ride it out. And it gets easier and easier and easier, and the discomfort leaves, and then a day comes and you have a really crappy day, and you're just like, so what? You get through the crappy day, you wake up the next day, and it's a hell of a lot better. But what you could have done, went and got high, smoked a bunch of stuff, drank a bunch of stuff, got drunk, ate a bunch of food, fattened up your stomach, ate too many cookies, chips, distract yourself, go out and party, or you can just ride out your feelings and feel your feelings. And feel the pain of the detoxification physically. Feel the pain of the releasing of the fear coming out of your heart. Just let it out. Let it be. Just be there with fear and be like, oh, this is cool. It's all good. I'm scared out of my mind. And nothing, there's no reason. I'm in my room alone and nothing's going on and all the bills are paid and I'm relatively healthy and the house isn't burning down and I have a great relationship and my kids are healthy and everything's great, and you're scared to death and you don't know what it is. So just sit there with it and be cool with it, and then develop compassion for your brothers and sisters around the world that are going through the same thing. Because unless you're perfectly enlightened or you've totally purified your heart, and I'm talking about total purification of the heart, total fearlessness, you know what I'm saying? It's a very high level. And then the mind. Stop judging yourself, stop criticizing yourself, and realize that the ego's job is to protect you. Oh, that person's bad. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's good. My mind is split in half. I'm an ego. And then half the time is good, then half the time is not good. But if you rise up and get into the witness observer pure consciousness, you're like, oh, that is what it is, and that is what it is. And that is what it is, and that is what it is. And you don't even think that you have enough smarty pants in your head. I understand this stuff. I read the Bible, I know the truth, or whatever. And, they're not even that kind or anything. It's just weird. See, there goes my ego doing that too, because, I get like some of the so-called Christians are the most violent people I've ever met. They're just like weird, man. Is that how Jesus would act? It's just like bizarre. I don't think that. And then they always reference that part where Jesus was flipping over the tables. Jesus got pissed, Jesus was an angry dude, man, righteous anger. And they always use that excuse, and it's just weird. Everyone falls back on that one. Jesus got mad too. It's a righteous anger. So screw you. You're wrong and I'm right. A-hole, And you're just like, whoa, man, dear Jesus, please protect me from your followers. No offense, but I'm just trying to bring that out because I think that some people need to hear that, or I'm at least releasing something right there. I shouldn't judge them, but I think everyone needs to be kind, because if you're a jerk, anyways, I'm just going to keep going on this video. I got to go get Sophia, but if you're a jerk, you're not likely going to convince me of anything, because I think God is way up there at the top of the box where there's love and peace. And I don't think God is pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I don't think God is angry with righteous indignation. And therefore, I don't think Jesus, being the Son of God, or totally illuminated, enlightened being, avatar, if you will, is walking around pissed off, trying to fix people. I think he would have been more like just loving people. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm trying to fix the people that are acting that way, but I see it all the time on my channel, so I'm just probably projecting, so I apologize, but I'm going to focus on continually loving the people that attack me. I'm going to concede. I am going to say, yes, you are correct. I am going to hell because I meditate, or I chant Om, or I read the books of the Hindu religion, and that's just that, which is cool. I appreciate everyone's different religious views. I don't have any religious views. You know, I'm only interested in the truth, you know. And more than likely, it's not going to come from any book. It's probably going to come from some inner revelation, you know. And then maybe it will confirm some of the truths that were accumulated through the reading. Oh, there's Parvati right now. Good Lord have mercy. Here we go. Parvati! Yo!
Oh, it's just outside, laying in the sun when you called.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm 25 minutes into a video dedicated to you, and I'm going off about Jesus and Hinduism and Buddhism and everything. But well, let's. I'll recap the video for you. I think you've been having some headaches. Has that been your main thing?
Oh man, like wicked, like got me to my knees headache, you know, and they don't go away, you know. And like I just kind of wait it out, and then I don't know. I had like some ibuprofen or Tylenol or something because it doesn't go away.
Well, Parvati, have you taken an enema?
Yeah, actually I did, and that was like the best thing. I forgot to say that in my email to you. As soon as I did that, like about 10 minutes later, I shit a whole lot. I couldn't believe all the shit that was coming out of me.
Parvati?
I've been eating watermelon and cherries, and immediately I felt better.
Parvati, we're on video right now. I literally was not done.
Okay.
So she said poop twice, kids.
Yeah.
So did it help? It helped. I mean.
Yeah, it did, tremendously. But, you know, 3 days leading up into that, it was pretty intense, and it takes a lot, you know?
Yeah, so next time you'll take an enema first, and if you really want to get thorough, you'll get a couple colonics in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You're really releasing a lot of waste, so you're going to experience that in your head.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I had a caffeine addiction, you know? It's like old habits die hard. I was brought up drinking a cup of coffee and eating a cookie or a Danish in the morning. So, you know, like, as soon as I quit doing caffeine, I immediately, like, get a headache for about 3 or 4 days in a row that just doesn't go away.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected. So it's gone now. How are you feeling now? Much better?
Much better. But I tell you, it was a hard couple, like 3 or 4 days. I told you I had that earache, this stabbing left pain in my left ear. I used to get it all the time when I was a kid, and I think it was brought on by, you know, eating raw foods, or as a result of a cleansing process of raw foods.
Well, Parvati, did you have a lot of dairy products when you were a kid?
Oh, a lot. You know, I mean, my mom, you know, she loved us, but, you know, they just fed us a lot of sweets, you know, like sweetness relates to love. You know,
Right.
that's what they thought. So they'd give us a lot of cookies and cake and ice cream and dairy, and, you know, it's in me.
Okay, cool. Well, it's coming out. I can guarantee you that. You're going to have to check this video because I think I'm going to post it even though I ranted and raved about all kinds of bizarre stuff. But still, so you can check it out. And you know, you're on course. You're on track. And I would say you're doing mostly fruit?
Mostly fruit. Yeah, you know, July 1st, you know, after being like on and off, you know, for about 3 years, I got my first Breville when I started watching your videos in 2009.
Hey, Parvati, can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, what's up?
Hey, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I got the address. I'm going to finish this video up real quick, and I'll be there to get you in like 10.
Okay, I'm going to start walking.
Well, how far of a walk is it?
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes?
Well, then why don't you just walk?
Okay.
Because I'm in the middle of a call right now.
Okay.
I'll see you when you get back.
Alright, bye.
Okay, cool. Parvati?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think you're on track. I want to recommend continuing on with... Are you going to continue on raw?
Definitely.
Okay, like I said, it sounded like the steamed vegetables kind of helped you a little bit.
Yeah, it grounded me out. I got some sleep. Sometimes when I eat a lot of raw, like at 6 hours, about all I can sleep. So I had some steamed broccoli yesterday. That really helped. But it is, I can tell that it is getting better all the time in many ways.
Amen.
It just took me a while to get there, you know. That's what I was saying. You gotta just have some patience and perseverance with ourselves. So sometimes things don't happen overnight, and old habits die hard.
Oh man, if anyone thinks this is going to happen overnight, you are tripping, because it ain't happening overnight. This is a long process of a lot of hard work, basically, because we didn't know any better, and we ate everything in sight, and it's nobody's fault, and nobody's guilty, and nobody's wrong or bad or anything. We just have to try to do our best to get back to nature so that we can have those reap the rewards of living a natural life, which is just a way better life. But the detox, you know, it comes and goes. You go in phases. You hit it hard, like Parvati did here with, what was it, mostly just cherries and watermelon, or what?
Yeah, starting July 1st, I ate like 5 days of watermelon, which was really it was so great. Watermelon's like one of my favorite fruits. And then I ate 3 days of cherries, because we've got these 50-year-old Bing cherry groves down the road from us. Oh my God, they get like Bing cherries the size of ping pong balls. You go there and you pick this cherry off the tree, it's like eating manna from heaven. And then on the 8th day, I just woke up and had this like piercing earache, and all this mucus was coming out of me. I mean, I went through a box of puffs in like 4 hours.
Okay, I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell everyone watching this video, that is what you want. If you want to get healthy, go get sick. That is the truth, because you got so much mucus from Danishes, coffee, sugar, dairy clogged up in your head, and there is nothing like cherries, watermelons, grapes, lemons, cucumber, and celery juice to bust that stuff loose. And when it busts loose, you better get out the box of tissues, you better get out the enema bag, and you better get ready to lay in bed and have fevers and sweats and mucus and headaches and backaches and kidney pains. But if you just go through it, you're at a whole nother level, aren't you, Parvati?
Yeah, it is, man. I had a fever, I had some chills, like my lymph nodes were swollen. And, you know, I had read about healing crises before, and I thought that I had some myself, but nothing like this. And it kind of scared me, but you know, I watched a lot of your videos for a long time, and I know I could get a hold of you. So when that stuff started happening, and none of my friends are like raw foodies, and they're coming over, and they're like freaking out because you know, they don't understand what's going on. They want to like take me somewhere and give me a steak or a hamburger or something to ground me, a loaf of bread and butter. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You know, it's necessary. It has to happen. So it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
But I'm through it, and I'm glad for your support and all your videos, because, I mean, you're the only one that I found that's really putting it out there, and it's hard on the line, and really talking the talk, and you walk the walk, like you're for real, and it's happening.
Well, I'll tell everyone in the video land that Parvati knows me, so when she says that, it's a real compliment. You know, it's easy for people behind the screen, oh, Dan, you're so real, but Parvati's my friend, and I want to tell you that I love you, Parvati. You've really grown on me over the years that I've been knowing you and stuff, and I'm glad that I got a chance to prioritize and make this video with you. It's a very interesting video. You called at the end. Is there anything else I can help you with? I mean, it's going to be courage. It's going to be courage and fortitude, and I call it a healing event because it's really what you want. You want to get sick. You want the mucus to come out. You want the headaches. You want the stomach aches. You want the body to heal itself, and it's an unpleasant while it's happening, but if you get to the other side, you're on a whole nother level. I've been through a lot of this stuff myself, and I'm always trying to create a healing event.
Yeah, no, it's good. And, you know, I got to see, too, like, emotionally, I was kind of on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. I was kind of crying a lot, and, you know, just thinking that just things in life. You know, when you're sick and you're down, you know, your mind goes down, your thought goes down, and, you know, I had to cry some and release some, but I'm much better for it now. But, you know, the only thing is, like, my earache, I had to go to the doctors. I had to get, you know, some medicated ear drops that had, like, steroids and cortisone in there. And, you know, sometimes I think I'm, you know, taking 3 steps down the natural path, and then I get sick like that, and I made some home remedies, some ear drops with the garlic oil and calendula and St. John's wort, but it wasn't working. Like, I couldn't heal myself in a natural situation with my ears, so I had to go to a Western doctor.
Okay,
And I just kind of look at it that, that's what I had to do this time. Maybe
Yeah.
this time it won't happen.
sometimes you do have to do that because of the intensity of it. The thing is, with the steroid drops, you probably really sort of suppressed the healing, but that's okay. You had to do that. You have to be gentle. You may hit it hard again on the raw foods and have the same thing happen. Next time you may understand it a little bit better, have a little more courage, understand what's going on, and be able to make it through without the allopathic medicine, But I understand your position. I have gone through all the healing crises I've been through without allopathic, and I have had some head busters because I did a lot of things in my past, and I had some serious 9-inch nails through the side of my head and coming down this way. But I had a real handle on it after many years of studying, and I knew what was going on. I knew I wasn't going to die or anything like that. I knew what was going on. Most people don't. So it's good to really keep on learning about detox from every different source. Read books on fasting, juicing, grape cures, master cleanse stuff. Look online, look at people's experiences, and get confident with the fact that there's going to be some unpleasant times as you clean out and clear out your body. But this is a spiritual path. And, as Parvati said, she cried and she cleared out some stuff. And that's what it is. It's about clearing out the debris in every way, shape, and form, energetically, physically, metabolically, and allowing so that you have more of a clean vessel so that your true inner light can shine forth in this world as a human being.
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Dan, because, you're my support in your videos, and they're real, and they help me a lot. I think they help a lot of people. And, I wouldn't be on this path without your inspiration and guidance. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Parvati. Call me anytime. I'm sure you're going to start feeling better, but I would recommend hit it hard again. Don't let anybody discourage you. You are doing the right thing, and you've really taken a lot of steps ever since you started getting rid of the caffeine and all that, and the donuts and the cooked food. So.
All right, thanks a lot, Dan, and good luck on your juice thing on Sunday in San Francisco. Hope a lot of people can attend for you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I guess I'll mention that one last time. Okay, Parvati, I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, she mentioned the class. I'll mention it because every time I mention it, I get one or two more people. I'm trying to fill it up, There's a juice class where you can learn a lot more about this stuff and get the full download of the Purusha of the Dan Man, who's going to just answer questions and talk about detox and beauty. It's all just cellular regeneration, cellular energization, cellular tonification. And you got to get rid of the slimy sludge, coagulated blood, anionic lymph, and all the acids left over from the sugar, the coffee, and all that, etc., etc., etc. So in order to get that vibration coming through, you're going to raise up the vibration. It's going to throw off anything that vibrates lower than that. So just add in the cherries off the tree. That's why she got sick, because those cherries coming off that tree have so much vitality and power that it adds to the aura, and the aura has got to get rid of the debris, junk, clogging it up from all that dairy and stuff in her head. So I hope you guys got a better understanding. This is a long video, and I appreciate this. It's kind of a little bit of weird stuff in the middle there. But, I don't have anything against anyone. God bless you, whatever your religion is. I'm really trying to be humble, and I'm really trying to be more inner silent and just be myself, really. I mean, that's just all I'm trying to do. And I believe in this. I've seen it time and time again. I'm doing it myself. I am going to do it until I'm done. And I'll know when that is. And if you call me orthorexic or whatever, that's fine. It could just turn out that I'm a real intelligent guy and you're missing the boat. You know what I'm saying? So get on board, because your physical body is the ship that will take you across to the ocean, into the ocean. There's no real way to describe it, but you are everything you could ever be. And so be that now and align yourself with the Most High and Holy Light. And just watch all the difficulties and struggles and trials and fear dissolve. into just pure faith in the present moment. You know what I mean? There's no real way to describe it. I wish I could. But I just am very, very, very grateful for this round on human Earth. This has been one heck of a great journey so far on planet Earth. And I really appreciate the presence of divinity in the center of my chest. And I really appreciate you very, very much. Oh, by the way, the juice class is Sunday, the 15th of July. And it's $130 cash at the door, which is what I like. And it's going to be a great class on juicing and blending for beauty, with an all-you-can-eat salad bar at the end and lots of goodies and some yoga and some question and answers, and then I'll hang around for a couple hours after that, probably hanging out with people on the front lawn after we get kicked out of the room. So if you want to come, I will put the information down below. So go check the more info box down below if you want to come to the class in San Francisco in the Marina area on 15th of July from 12 to 6. And I will keep you all posted on the fantastic things that are going on in my life. I look forward to connecting with you a little bit more intimately very soon. And for everyone who saw the Insiders Club video and wrote to me about how awesome that was, I sure do appreciate that, and so does Sophia. Okay, y'all, take care now. God bless you. Peace.